Welcome everyone to season 2 of Plan C, conversations about craft, connection and creativity. I'm your host Wendy Stewart and I'm absolutely thrilled to be first up for season 2. Michelle and I would like to take a moment to thank you all for watching season 1, for your support, for giving us wonderful feedback and all your encouragement. We are so excited to bring you another 6-week run of Plan C with amazing guests. And leading on to that, amazing is the word for the day, because I have with me the one and only Lianne Watson from amazing Scents Aromatherapy. Welcome, Lianne, to the show.
Thank you. Really pleased to be here.
Wonderful. Well, I've known this lovely lady for many, many years. I have a love of aromatherapy, which I have been using for nearly 30 years. And Lianne is the owner, founder, chief boss, amazing person who owns Amazing Scents Aromatherapy. First of all, I love that it's an Australian-owned company. I love what Lianne and her amazing husband, Dave, who is one of the girls, has created. And I'm so delighted that I'm able to invite her onto the show today to share more about her company, aromatherapy, and just basically, selfishly, I get to spend time with someone I think the world of. So once again, welcome, Lianne.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. So Lianne, for those out there who don't know you, which might be many of our wonderful viewers today, and we hope there's lots of friends of ours watching too, tell us a little bit about yourself to start with, please.
Okay, so I am actually an ex-Kiwi. I became an Australian about 11 years ago, and I'm very proud of it. And so I started to use aromatherapy 27 years ago, wow. So you're a bit ahead of me there.
Yeah, I think I grew up with a lot of it in India, and I had no idea that it was called aromatherapy. It was just things that we did in the house using oils and base oils and all that kind of stuff. So
I sometimes think the name aromatherapy can be a bit misleading.
Little bit.
Botanical
yes.
medicine would be much easier.
I love that. I really do. Yeah. So what part of New Zealand are you from?
I grew up in a little town called Te Awamutu that's most well known for split ends. I actually went to school with the Finn boys.
Oh,
so,
there you go.
Yeah, so it's well known. They sing about it in their songs. So yeah.
So how did you discover aromatherapy to start with?
I didn't discover it. It actually discovered me.
Yay! So. Don't we love that?
My husband has a chronic disease. It's called chronic SLE, which is the worst form of lupus, and he was diagnosed 27 years ago. Right. And they wanted to fill him full of steroids, and he decided that wasn't the way to go. Yeah. So we began to look for natural therapies, and not just aromatherapy. There's many other natural therapies that we do. But we found that the aromatherapy, because we could administer it, it became the mainstay, kind of like the sand that fills in around the pebbles. And so we began to learn. And if you can cast your mind back 27 years ago, there wasn't a lot around. No. Even the internet was just in the beginning stages. Yes. So most of what I know has been self-taught, and I have done all the things wrong that you could possibly do, and try to make it so other people don't have to go through that. Yeah. So I love oils. They're a huge part of my life, and also my family's life as well.
And I think the most incredible thing is that they are so readily available. Yes, some of them are quite expensive, but most of them are not. So you can have an entry level into this amazing world of aromatherapy without having to outlay too much or having to get, too many supplies to get started. And that's what I love about it. Because I think I started with a single bottle of lavender oil back in the day, and that's all I had. I had lavender, eucalyptus, and chamomile. That was my collection for many, many years. And
look, you only need a few to get started.
Sure.
But it quickly envelops you.
Yes.
The best analogy I can give is that it's kind of like when you have to cook the night before groceries.
Yes.
And you go to cook and you haven't got X to do the Y recipe.
Yes.
So most of us really quickly want to gain a collection because it opens up so many different recipes that we can make at home.
Absolutely. So very briefly for everyone watching, aromatherapy is based around use of essential oils, and you get them in little 10ml bottles or 15ml bottles or whatever. And yes, there's different ways you can use them. You can smell them, you can inhale them, but what's your favourite way to use them, Lianne?
Mine is topical application.
And you never leave home without them.
No, I don't. I've always got some form of oils with me. So these are little roll-ons that we use to make it topical while we're away from home. And we fill it up and we add pure essential oils to it, and then you can apply it to your skin. So I'm very big on sustainability in the world because there's only so much that we can produce.
Absolutely.
And the more that people use aromatherapy, the more that we have to be really careful that we're using them both safely and sustainability wise as well. So yeah, topical application means you use very little oils, and as soon as they touch your skin, diluted in a carrier oil, they enter into your bloodstream and go through in roughly about a minute.
And we have actually tested this. I've been at a workshop with Lianne, and we've actually taken one of these roller bottles, just literally applied, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying, just to the base of my foot, and within literally a minute, I could smell the oil coming up, the top part of my body. So they are just amazing, absolutely incredible. So, so not only topically, and I know that, there's so many things, and we'll talk about that as we go on, but I started using them in diffusers.
Yes.
And now my amazing scents don't go in diffusers because they're such beautiful quality oils. So I possibly use, another brand or another blend to put in my diffusers. But I can't ever imagine a time where I didn't have essential oils either on me, because that's all I wear as perfume now, or in my car with my air diffuser that your company sells, or even diffusing in my home. And it's through every part of my life. And I think for me personally, Lianne, I go to my oils first before I go to anything else. If my oils can't solve it, something's wrong. So, so Lianne, you started using these to help Dave.
Yes.
And, hi, Dave, if you're watching. Sorry, Dave's a mate. So you started using this with Dave, and did you notice there was an immediate improvement with his health and his quality of life?
Yes, at the beginning I thought that it would help him emotionally to cope.
Yes.
He was given 5 years to live 27 years ago,
Yeah.
so it was pretty hard to deal with the emotions around it. Sure. And I soon realised that it was more like the things that my grandmother used to do. Like my nan always used to pin little bags of camphor on us, and she had a remedy for everything.
Yes.
You never told you had a sore tummy because you'd get cod liver oil or castor oil.
Oh, don't, Lianne.
Or bicarb. And so, I quickly realised that there was so much more to this, and I just wanted to learn. Or I just turned into a little sponge.
Yes.
And I have so many books on aromatherapy. It's just crazy. So, so we realised that the way that oils worked for pain was really immense. Yeah. And when we were shifting about 18 months ago, we actually found a journal that Dave had kept when he was experimenting with pain blends. And Dave loves wine, and you can't take medication and have wine, so he was highly motivated. And so he has millions of different pain blends that he uses very successfully.
Yes.
Yeah, and it fascinates people because we have no concept of something like this helping with things like pain. Yes. So we should do a full workshop on pain for that reason. So I love to teach. I can't help it. When I start talking about oils, I just light up. And it's such a big part of my life on every level, both emotional. I make all my own skincare, all my own cleaning products. It's rare for me to be seen in the shops, because most of what I have in my home is actually homemade.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I never thought I'd ever do that.
No. And I can tell you I'm sure I've said this to you before, but my father-in-law has been quite ill over the last few years, and every time he's in hospital, the first thing that gets into the bag is a roller blend and a couple of different essential oil bottles. And, he gets into his bed and I put a couple of drops of lavender on his pillow. And the nurses always walk into the room and go, "Oh, it always smells so nice when you're in here, Mr. Stewart." And Mr. Stewart has no idea that I've rolled stuff on the bottom of his feet. "I had a really good sleep last night, love." "Oh, do you think, Dad?" Might be that sleep blend that I, highly dosed with some of Dave's recipes as well. So
we do tend to waft, don't we?
We do, don't we? Yeah, absolutely. In a good way. So I don't know. So then how did you come from doing that to creating amazing scents?
So 17 and a half years ago, I decided that people were using oils incorrectly, and if we kept going in that way, that it was going to cause issues in the future. And so I decided that I was going to open a company that was based around education to learn the best and most effective and safest ways to use it. Because we all have this idea that with naturals that there is no safety involved, that we can basically do whatever we want.
Sure.
So, as I said, I'd made all the mistakes. I vividly remember hopping into a bath that I had tipped citrus oils into, and the oils clumped because I hadn't used an emulsifier, and I sat on the clump of citrus oils.
Oh.
Believe me, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so just the simplest experiences that I had could be handed on to other people to teach them how to implement these safely and effectively in their life. And if you wind me up, I can talk for a very, very long time.
I knew I wouldn't have to do a lot of work today. Just let it go. Lianne, Mike, aromatherapy, go.
So over 27 years, I have a remedy for everything. And it's sometimes people say to me, can you make? And I think, well, I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure I can come up with something. And about a year after we began, our customers approached me and said to me, look, I just don't get to see you often enough, and I get so much energy from you. Have you thought about running huge workshops in a hall? And Wendy comes to these.
Yes, I do.
We call them advanced classes, but you don't need to be advanced to be there. No. And so we do those every 2 months, and absolutely love them. The energy that we gain.
Oh, isn't it incredible?
It's just an amazing night. So it taught me that people need to keep learning and also need to remain enthusiastic about something that they haven't grown up doing. You know, it's easy to know that you should be having X diet, but you can go off that track so easily. And so, so we very much work in a community way with our customers. They become friends. Like a lot of them I socialise with, we go out to dinner with. And I know more about them than most of their family would know. It's a great community, very supportive in every way.
And I've always said that the major point of difference for Amazing Scents Aromatherapy, and that's what which attracted me to it, was the teaching workshop. So yes, it is like, a party, so to speak, but it's actually a workshop. And Lianne, one of the consultants, comes into your home. You gather, 5 to 6 to 10 friends. You pick a topic of your workshop, whether it's, anxiety or household cleaning items or anything. There's so many, or, children and babies or pain or women's only workshop. It's all there. And if there isn't a workshop that appeals to you, Lianne could curate one for you. I'm telling you, she could.
We have some secret ones.
Yes, I know. I like those secret ones. And what happens is Lianne, one of the consultants, comes into your home, runs a workshop. So you get to actually touch the oils, smell the oils, feel the oils on your skin, and just see what works for you. And you get taught in a very non-confrontational, very calm, very, relaxed manner, and you can ask questions. And so many of us learn by the mistakes, that some of us have made with our oils. You learn how to use them correctly.
Yes.
And that's what I think is your massive point of difference. And, it's not a hard sell, it's not a push, because trust me, you smell one, you're hooked. Come over to the smelly side, I call it. So, and I actually want to get a t-shirt that says, I have an oil for that, because I do. And a lot of my friends tease me and go, oh, Wen's got an oil for everything. But it's comforting to know that they turn to me for recipes, or can you make me a roller blend, or whatever it is. And, if I can avoid them from taking anything more, I don't know, let's just say, a Western treatment rather than an Eastern treatment or a natural treatment, I'm all for that. And there is a place for Western medicine in our lives. Please don't get us wrong. We're not saying that. And please don't go off any of your medication or anything, because make sure your practitioner is aware of what you're doing when it comes to things like that. But this complements whatever you're dealing with, supports you with whatever you're dealing with, and can have such an amazing effect. And that's what I have found with all of these beautiful products.
Modern medicine certainly has its place.
Absolutely.
But the more that I learnt about aromatherapy, the more that I realised that this was a forerunner before that. And we used plants for everything back then. You can read a historic novel and they talk about the healers of the day. And I have a healthy respect for modern medicine, but I'd like to know that I could give something else a go.
Yes.
So that I could keep that for when it is definitely needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And aromatherapy complements all of that anyway, and helps you to live the best life and the best quality of life, and help support you with whatever possible ailment you're dealing with, which is the incredible part of all of this.
Yes.
Isn't it? So, yeah.
So our in-home workshops are, we do run through a similar to a party plan, but they're not a party. So they're very much an educational workshop.
Definitely.
And myself, I still do them because they're what light me up.
Absolutely.
And I'd rather pay someone to do the gory stuff in the office
Yeah.
and be out there with the people. So I'm out there, and I just love it. And I love watching people realise that this is not just about burners and candles, and that there are so many therapeutic things that oils can do. I've watched people who've burnt themselves badly apply lavender to a burn and watch the blisters recede.
Disappear.
And, it's just, there's nothing that doesn't amaze me, and hence the name Amazing Scents.
Yes.
Because, even after 27 years. I was going to ask you how you
came up with that name, so there you go.
It was easy.
Very easy, actually.
Still amazed.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's part of the part of what attracts me to it, because there's never an end in sight when it comes to blending and synergizing different oils to create different effects. Yeah, and even going over to the metaphysical side, which is emotional, is
absolutely.
Really big.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful day not so long ago with the amazing Robbie Zek. And when you realise, and I'm sorry you weren't there, we did miss you terribly, but there was probably a reason for you not to be there. You needed to stay home and look after yourself because you were unwell.
Yes.
Lathered in all your oils, we hope. So, but when you learn the metaphysical side of things, it's just so interesting. And it all rolls into one. It literally, pardon the pun, blends into the other. And that's what it's meant to be. And I think we are so incredibly lucky to have these products at our disposal. And the best part is they're an Australian-owned company, everybody.
Yes, it's nice to support
it's nice to say
Australians.
that, isn't it? Yeah. Not that we're saying there's anything wrong with other companies or anything, but just, having this. So Lianne, how did you decide what your first oils were going to be when you created Amazing Scents? Because I'm sure you didn't have them all, and she's always finding new oils and weird and wonderful oils for us to add to our collection. So, you never know what you're coming home with from an advanced workshop.
The most commonly used oils will always be lavender and chamomile. Yeah. And I carry a bottle of both of those, and peppermint, and also mogra, which is the most beautiful jasmine in the world. Wendy doesn't like it, but that's okay.
That's okay. Each to
their
own.
We all have different smell likes and dislikes.
It's all good.
But I carry lavender with me all the time because, we get cuts and nicks and bites and things like that, and it's like a first aid kit in a bottle.
Yes.
And the chamomile I carry because I have dentures, and you often get a little pip under your plate and you'll get an ulcer, and so chamomile can safely be applied onto an ulcer, and it helps it to heal really, really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and for kids with braces, it's just the most amazing thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So most oils can't go in your mouth, but chamomile is quite safe.
Yeah. Which is
be
awesome.
used for that. Yeah.
So did you start just with oils when you first started Amazing Scents? No.
I'd
love to know what you started with. I don't think I've ever asked you this question.
No, we started with 45 oils.
Wow.
And we have a huge range of bases, because without bases you can't use them to apply topically. So we started with shampoo and conditioner and hand wash and all different carrier oils. We have shower gel. What else do we have? Body lotion, creams, all of the skincare bases.
You've got argan oil for your hair. You've got amazing rose serum for your face. You've got all the facial care, whether it's male, female, for children. It's all there. It's all natural. I haven't used anything else for years and years and years. So, but our favourite product sitting on the shelf back there, right? I'm just going to reach for it because we kind of have to give it a little plug, don't we?
This is one of the weirdest in the whole range. It's a scrub that's made of sawdust, and nobody believes me.
No, it really is. I'm telling you.
It really is sawdust.
It really is sawdust. Can we see? Sorry.
And it has oils in it, and it polishes the skin.
Smells so good.
It's the most amazing feeling.
Yeah, no, it really does. It really does. And I didn't believe you when you told me it was made of sawdust. And I said, I'm not putting that on me. Oh, yes, I do regularly. So,
And one of the things I'm most proud of is the Amazing Scents book
Yep.
at the top there.
Oh,
So
no, I won't reach for it. That's all right. I'd probably knock everything over if I'd try that. So
about 21 years ago, I actually met a lady called Jennifer Jeffries, and she's an aromatherapist and a naturopath, and pretty much like me in personality, a bit out there and a bit rowdy and energetic.
Yeah.
And so when I started Amazing Scent, she asked me if I would like a book for my company, and we kind of started on a shoestring, and I said to her, look, I don't think I can afford that, and she said, no, it's okay, I'll write it for you, and then you can get it published and run on a royalty. And so she did that. So that's our very own book up there that's written about our products. She already had the book beside it, Calm Kids, out, and it went out of print 5 years ago, so I bought the rights to that one. Yeah, because working with children is just so rewarding.
Absolutely, and that is a great baby shower gift, or a gift for any new mum, and I've given many of those as gifts. And I have to say, having done this for a long time, and I know I'm a total oil junkie and I'm proud of it, that book, that green book, is my Bible. That is the best book I have ever read on aromatherapy. It's so easy to follow. It's easy, and especially if you're just starting out, the investment is forever, and it's just wonderful. And I wish I brought my copy so we could show everybody. I'm too scared to reach over and knock everything down. But I may at the end of it. So, and I think what I love, Lianne, and I know I've said this to you before, is that the education never stops. Lianne and Dave are always finding new things, finding new oils, finding new whatever that we need to keep this journey going. And it's just, there's always someone who can help you. There's always a question to be asked, and there's always an answer. And that's what I love about it, that it's not just, here we go, we sell you the products, off you go, have fun. No, you keep teaching us, and you never stop learning, and therefore we never stop learning, and we keep adding to our collections and our knowledge, which is just incredible.
I often run into people at workshops, and they say to me, look, I've had a box of oils for years, and but I didn't know what to do with them. And so they just sit there and waste away, because while they are amazing, they only work if you use them. So we have to give people the knowledge of what to do with them, the knowledge of how to make it simple in your life. Like, I didn't get up this morning and think, I'll just meditate for an hour and decide which oils suit me today, because I have a very, very busy life. So I load my oils into my personal hygiene. So in the shower, if I'm washing my hair, it's in my shampoo and conditioner base. It needs to be a natural base. You can't add them into a commercial chemical-filled base. And then my shower gel, I have hair loss oils actually in my shampoo and conditioner, because my hair was thinning as I get older. I'm actually a lot older than I look, because my skin is
She's
preserved.
not really. She's really not.
In my shower gel I have citrus oils, because citrus repels negative energy, and I know that all of you have people in your life that drain your energy, those people that you walk away from feeling exhausted. If I have citrus in my system, it means that I can repel that, and then at the end of the day I'm still me and still intact. In my body lotion that I apply when I get out, I have oils for adrenal balancing, because adrenal depletion is rife, even more so after lockdown. And also I still use hormonal oils, not that I need them, but I love the way that they support me on an emotional level.
Definitely.
So then I make my own deodorant, my own toothpaste, my own mouthwash, all of my skincare. So my oils are applied in the same 15 minutes that you guys use in your personal hygiene. And then during the day, if I need anything else, I have roll-ons with me that I can apply.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's not hard to make. The first thing that people say to me is that it must take you a long time to make this. But I don't shop like normal people. So I save a lot of money, because I'm not getting tempted to buy things that I don't need. But I sit down for an hour every 8 weeks, and I make all of my cleaning products, my personal hygiene, everything that I need for it, and the emotional support. And it's done.
Absolutely. And I just going on with I've used your shampoo and conditioner for ages, and I've recently been introduced to Cade essential oil, and I was having a problem with falling hair as well. And in the time since I brought that bottle, I'm not having as much hair loss. It does smell a little bit interesting, but you just mask it with some other lovely, beautiful smells. And even Duncan said his hair seems to have got a little thicker, and Dad loves it because I do my father-in-law's laundry, and he loves the smells that come back from our, non-commercial laundry powder. And he says to me, "Oh, I smell really good, don't I?" And I go, "No, you don't, Dad, your clothes do." But haven't quite got him onto the topical applications yet, but we're working on
That'll
it.
happen.
So no, we've got peppermint oil in his foot cream. He hasn't got a clue, so it's all good. So but I think, and what I love, Lianne, is that you've taught us slowly. Like, you can't do all of it at one time. So you decide when your laundry powder runs out, you make Amazing Scents laundry powder. That's how I did it. I replaced everything that wasn't, that was commercial with your beautiful products and using them, and I've never looked back. And the house just smells and sparkles, and it's amazing what you can get out of a little bottle of eucalyptus oil, and you can, do your whole house. And you all know our kitchen cleaning spray is just wonderful. So, I could go on and on and on about this for hours. So
what I loved was the drop of the toxins
Yes,
that we normally
yes.
apply to our bodies. As that went away, because
Yes.
I didn't replace everything at once, I just did it one at a time.
For sure.
So one of the first things that I did was a washing powder.
Right.
And it's so simple. People try and make it difficult. It's just
It's
basically
really not.
bicarb and cleaning grade eucalyptus oil. So it's not even anything that we sell.
No.
But I did it because I had done a garlic test, like you were talking
Yes.
about with the roll-on. So,
Yes.
And this was extreme because they made us chop a clove of garlic in half and then rub the garlic juice on the sole of our foot.
Ew.
And within 30 seconds, I got this massive metallic taste in my mouth.
Sure.
And then the garlic hit at 48 seconds, and I stunk of garlic for 2 or 3 days while it exited my body. But it really made me think, because I thought, I used to clean the shower with something like exit mold or BAM, and then I would stand barefoot in it, and I didn't realise
And
that
you're
my
ingesting
skin was this
all those toxins,
porous.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So within a minute, all of those things are going through our system.
Yes.
And those things make our organs in our body work so much harder.
Yeah.
And then, so it takes the focus off what they should be doing. So straight away I saw things change, in particular the washing powder, because I used to suffer from terrible urinary tract infections.
Right, yes.
And as soon as I changed to the washing powder, they stopped.
Wow.
So that was a really big thing for me in my life. So I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah,
for that.
definitely. And I think, you've made it so accessible for everyone to come in and get an education and buy products from you. So I know we're jumping a little bit all around the place, but I'd love you to tell, we could talk about this for days and days. As I said to you, we'll be limited to time today, but I would love you to share with everyone how they would go about contacting you to find out more about the workshops. And I know we've got your website on our page at the moment, and you can always go there for more information. But maybe if you could tell people how they could, start the process and start their journey with Amazing Scents.
Okay, so a lot of people at the beginning feel like it's overwhelming. It is like learning medicine. You've got to learn a lot about how your body works
for sure.
and how it receives it. And also that it's not just oils that we work with, because, learning from Jennifer Jeffries being a naturopath as well, there's sometimes things that we need to teach you that support the body in that healing process. So we split it into the 8 workshops that we begin you with, so that you can choose where you begin. There's an introduction one, there's one on looking after your feet. You stand on them all day. They do need to be looked after. There's one on pain, there's one on children, there's one on making your own skincare, dealing with troubled skin like eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, how to cope with stress, because most of what we do with stress is what our parents did, because it's monkey see, monkey do. And it doesn't always support where you want to go in your life. So using oils to help you to take that moment to think, deep breath before you react in the
Yes,
way that you were
yes.
conditioned. We teach you the practical, so all of the cleaning products, and also a workshop about how our bodies work as
Yes,
females,
definitely.
and how our adrenals and our hormones are produced and the effects it has on our health. So sometimes people will just come straight to the big advanced classes,
Yes.
and that must be overwhelming because
think
we all
so,
speak a
yes.
different language there. So I would suggest that you start by attending or holding a workshop yourself so that you can go through all of the different workshops and start to implement it into your life. Once you learn how to do it, you will see us on a regular basis. You know, sometimes I might not see someone for 6 months or a year, and then they will call me up and say, we need a dose of you.
Yes,
So
definitely.
I go back, we restock their collections and their enthusiasm, and off they go again. So you can find us on Facebook, Amazing Scents Aromatherapy.
Yep.
I have a very strong private group that I do let people in if I like them. And
She's never said no to anybody. Don't worry, people. She's never said no.
yeah, I wanted to create a community where people felt hugged, basically, and so there's a lot of people in there like Wendy and all of the girls that support us at the advanced classes. But it means that you've got people on tap 24/7
Definitely.
to ask questions, and because we all talk all the time in there, it's a magic. It's like being in an encyclopedia.
It really is.
Yeah, it's so that's a great place to be too. So that's called Lianne's Secret Oil Garden, and Lianne is spelt with an I just to make it difficult.
Yeah.
So so that's really important. But we have consultants that can come see you. I can come see you. Whatever you want to do, the journey is yours. But in all honesty, one workshop is not going to do it.
No.
You need to do more.
No, absolutely. You really need to, hopefully you've got, like, I was lucky, I had a group of friends and we each took turns to hosting, and we, managed to do the 8. I think I've done them 7 or 8 times. Each of the workshops, and they're incredible, and you actually learn, and you learn hands-on, you learn the practical way to do this, and the education never stops, and that's what I'll keep saying, that it's just incredible what the workshops can give you. So the best way would be, I suppose, Lianne, is to ring you or email you on Amazing Sense.
Yes.
Go to the website, get the contact details, or message you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Lianne will answer you and get you started, and definitely join the oil group if you're interested. I can tell you, I was in India last year. I'd gone for a very sad reason. One of my dearest uncles had passed away, and it was the middle of the night there. I didn't have everything with me. I put a message in the group asking, this is what I've got, I need something for this. I had 4 answers straight away, and India was 4.5 hours behind, and someone was awake to help you, and it happens all the time. Someone will see a message and help you instantly. So it really is encyclopedia of oils, and there's always an answer, or there's always someone who can help you get an answer in that group, which is just incredible.
I don't even get to answer things anymore. I just go on and say thanks. Team.
No, it's a wonderful community to be part of, and I've certainly been blessed, and it's helped me and my family immensely over the years being part of this, and I just can't imagine my life without it. And there's a lot of benefits to all of this, and I can tell you, Lianne, let's talk about COVID last year. When we were all in lockdown, I don't know what we would have done if we didn't have oils, Amazing Sense, and Lianne's Secret Oil Garden. Seriously.
It was huge for me, even not being able to go out to teach.
Yes, definitely.
But we found ways, like I'm technically compromised, and for me to actually learn to do Zoom was amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I loved it, and I still do that for people who don't live in Melbourne. I can Zoom into your house anywhere.
You can have a Zoom workshop. Lianne can do whatever topic you want. She can do it on Zoom. You can have all your friends on Zoom. She'll show you. She can demonstrate. She can show you how to make concoctions and potions and lotions and all that good stuff. So it hasn't stopped you.
No.
And I know you said you and technology are not friends, but look where she's sitting right now, everybody. And I give her massive props for this, because I know this is so out of comfort zones of most people, but it's just wonderful, and I'm so glad that you've been here today to share all of this with us. It's just been incredible, really has. So
You're incredible to allow people
thank
to
you.
do these sorts of things.
No.
I think it's like anything, when you're going into something different, you're not sure about it or who to trust with information. And so it's such a great opportunity to be here. I was really excited.
No, I'm so happy you said I knew you would say yes, but you just never know. And I was like, when Michelle and I were talking about season 2, I went, no, it's okay, I know exactly who I'm going to ask. Don't even worry about it. So Michelle's going, are you sure? I go, no, yeah, but it'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll all be good. And just as the way the universe lines it up, you're in Melbourne, this part of town, and here we are having fun. So, and teaching people as we go. So, Lianne, tell people about the advanced classes, please, because I could rave it on and on and on about it. So trust me.
It's a really unusual thing, and often people come along and they think, how does she do this? So we're limited at 100 at the moment, but usually we have 150 people. We've got one this coming Monday night. We make something that we can't do in the home environment. So the one that we're doing this time is called the throat spray, and it's really, really popular. And it was actually someone came to me with a product that they had bought and said, can you recreate this but in a natural way?
I didn't know that, yeah.
And so we did. And that was about 12 years ago. And it's a vodka base, and I have no qualms about using it. And we put in these tinctures of echinacea and calendula and also marshmallow, which is a herb that's good for inflammation, and very light amounts of pure essential oils so that you can stem off throat infections. So when you actually spray it into your mouth, it makes your throat numb, but it also kills the bacteria that are involved. So we can't teach you that in the normal environment. So each of the advanced classes, we do different things. We make different things throughout the year. We did deodorants in February, natural deodorant. In June, we will be making a very, very intense pain blend and also magnesium oil. In in August, we will be making homemade toothpaste and mouthwash that I have used for about 9 years and absolutely love it.
Yes.
And then in October, we do a sun protection cream, a natural one, because I'm allergic to normal
I can't use normal sunscreen either.
And then in November, we do a gift making class where we teach them how to make bath bombs and soaps and lip balms and all sorts of things. So
it's the best fun.
It's messy. It's really messy. And then a perfume, because by the time you've been with us a while, you realise that wearing synthetic fragrance and parfum is not such a good thing. And we have Shanikas from Berwick, which is the most beautiful Italian restaurant. They come along and cook, and I'm spoilt because my son worked for them, because normally it wouldn't be an affordable thing, but we have this beautiful meal. And we have a guest speaker, and the guest speaker, the reason that I choose them is because they come from another natural therapy that will support what we do. And so last month, February, we had a doctor who wrote a book it's called A Fat Lot of Good, and he was unwell, and so he learnt new nutrition ways to feed his body, and he was pre-diabetic and has no issues now. The speaker that we're having on Monday night she works emotionally. Her company is called Cultivating Positivities. And then in June we have a girl who is doing her osteopath degree.
Awesome.
And she's going to help us to learn about different ways to work with pain. And then Nicole Bajilsner is gracing our stage.
Seriously, it's going to be incredible. And let me tell you, it's $40 for the workshop. The food alone is worth going for. Never mind about all the rest of it. And Lianne is always releasing a new oil at each of these advanced workshops, and you can purchase the oil on the night. And there's a sales table. And can I rave on a little bit more, everybody? So, I just think it's the best fun. Sometimes, it comes around so fast that you forget, and Lianne always has great deals on products and other special things, whether it's bottles or soaps or 30ml roller bottles, which are just the best thing on the planet. So, it's a really incredible workshop. You get to go meet with people who are similar. It's your tribe. You get to learn something incredible. You hear an amazing speaker and you come home with your belly full and a bag full of goodies. What more could you want, really?
We love it.
Could I rave on a bit more? So, it's been incredible. Yeah. So Lianne, we're just about coming to the end of our time together. So can you remind everyone once again what your website is, where they can find you and how they can contact you, ring the office and all those good things, please. Okay.
So the website is amazingscents.com.au. The Facebook site is Amazing Scents Aromatherapy. Yep. And then my private group is Lianne's Secret Oil Garden. Yep. So you're welcome in any of those ones. If you want to call the office, it's 1300 833 143. And we can help you find a consultant near you, or I can zoom in and do a workshop for you. Yeah. But just remember that natural therapies are there to support you on every level, not just with like band-aiding things, but getting to the core of things and helping you to cope with the things that are happening in your life. And it's such a special thing to teach on to other people. I know it's made a huge difference in our life. Definitely. I still have a husband because of it, and I know that it's helped me and my family, and I give a lot of roll-ons away. Yes. Yeah, a lot.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, you do.
And everyone's always saying to me, "Have you got something for this and you got something for that?" And you can't help yourself, and you know that.
No, neither can I. Neither can I. I think I buy the bulk big bottles of packs because I just know I'm going to have to do this all year, and that's fine with me. Yeah. And the other thing is, Lianne has an amazing shop attached to the Amazing Scents website, so you can go on and shop as well. Delivery is so reasonable; it comes really quick. So. Amazing customer service, and if you have a problem, or not even a problem, if you have any questions, just ring the phone number. One of the ladies who answers the phone will help you, or Dave will answer the phone and help you, and you're going to come away with everything you need to get started on this journey or to enhance your aromatherapy journey. Yeah. So Lianne, it's been my absolute pleasure to host you today. I have loved spending this time very selfishly with you. And I hope we've, brought aromatherapy to our wonderful world of craft and help you. And I use lemongrass oil when I'm about to go and create in my art studio. That's my go-to oil.
It expands your mind.
Absolutely. Or any citrus blend, and I'm in, not mocha, but I'm in, any citrus blend and I'm in. So for us creative types, it's really important. A lot of us are empaths as well. So this really enhances your everyday, and for me, especially walking into my art studio, smelling the lemongrass or having it on me topically, and I'm good to go. It expands, my horizons. It opens up my chakras and all that good stuff to help me to get creating. I am truly grateful for all of that. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching episode 1 of season 2 of Plan C. Michelle and I will be back for the next 5 weeks, every Friday, not every day, once a week on a Friday at 2 p.m. No, we're not doing it every day, Michelle. Sorry. We will be back on Friday bringing you lots more amazing guests, just like lovely Lianne here. So please check us out. Don't forget, sign up on our website for the newsletter so you know what's coming up. All Lianne and Amazing Scents details will be part of this Facebook post, and we will tag Lianne and Amazing Scents in this so people can find you. So please reach out to these amazing people and let them help you get started on your aromatherapy journey. So this is me, Wendy Stewart, saying bye for now. Look after yourselves. Be kind to yourselves always. And thank you again, Lianne.
Thank you.
Pleasure.